stock market education company in the world that has a live open microphone. How is that still possible? They have seen what we have done for people. It's crazy. We trade stocks, options, and futures here at American Dream Trading. So if you guys are interested in, we do have a 7-day trial. You guys can go to our website, americandreamtrading.com. Get signed up, check out the trial. With the regular paid membership, by the way, it's $200 a month. With the regular paid membership, you guys will get access to our Zoom training starting at 8:45 all the way to 4 p.m. every single day that the market is open. When you're ready to step it up, with a VIP membership, you will get daily masterclass training with me starting at around 8 o'clock. We will train or trade or both. You're also going to get early pre-market access starting at 4 a.m. Eastern. You guys will be in there with other moderators and some of our millionaires. You guys will also get access to the VIP lounge. All the workshop classes will be free and they were recorded so you can catch all the previous ones. VIP training videos only to you, and our trading view indicators, which you guys can use our overlay. You just have to have a trading view subscription, which is about $15 to $17. When you're ready to step it up, if you're a VIP and only if, you can then get a VIP Gold add-on, which by the way, right now is half off, $250 a month if you just want to add on the VIP Gold add-on. You're going to get all the mastermind classes for free, 1 hour of tech support where we can remote in and help you get your charts and everything set up. That is not to discuss your accounts, financial information. That's not a one-on-one. You guys are also going to get weekend training every Saturday. We've been doing that at 11 o'clock. The VIP Gold Lounge access, the VIP Gold Priority Help Desk support, the brand new news service, and you guys are going to get the breakout rooms every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, again, to work with our moderators and some of our other millionaires. When they're in the room, they're busy, but when they're in there, you guys can also ask them questions. I think we are still the only stock market education company in the world that has a live open microphone. How is that still possible? They have seen what we have done for people. It's crazy. You guys will be able to ask questions all day with people that have literally made millions of dollars in this room. Who else has that? Nobody. Sale, 6 months VIP membership. You get 6 months of VIP Gold for free for the first 6 months.
So when I found American Dream Trading, I was at a pretty bad spot in my life. I was desperately trying to find anything I could to better my life. And I found you, Coach, and my life changed. Everything changed. And I want to thank you. I'm not supposed to get like this. These people are amazing. This group, this family is amazing. I'm doing great now. If it can happen for me, it can happen for anyone. But I want to thank you, Coach, for not giving up on me and helping me to see that I shouldn't give up on myself.
Welcome to the Aftermarket. American Dream Trading. You have entered the Aftermarket. AmericanDreamTrading.com. Welcome. You are now in the Aftermarket.
Welcome. I realized I hadn't put my camera back on. Welcome to American Dream Trading's the live chat and after party. Wait a minute. Let's start that over. Welcome to the Aftermarket live chat and watch party hosted by me, J&J Video Reacts, aka Dawn. What's going on? How about Hot Potato on here last night, huh? Wow, that was fun. Had a full panel last night. That's how I like it, guys. That's when the energy's flowing. We're going back and forth. We're having some decent conversations. That's what I want for the aftermarket, man. I want you guys to come up here and have fun. It doesn't have to be heavy all the time. Come up here tonight. I want you to come up here and talk about your best trades. Come talk to me. All right? Come, let's chit chat about our best trades. Let's have a good night on here and just reminisce about some good shit that we did. And we don't want to be all, I lost my, yeah, well, and hey, look, maybe we'll do a worst trade night one day and we'll pick apart the trades and help you guys. But tonight, it is your best trade ever. Put it in the chat. Come up here and talk about it on the panel. Miranda, you know what? Yep. Let me go ahead and put that down there. I don't know where else to get any other link, honey. So for whatever reason, it seems to be okay when I do it this way. So let's go ahead and put it in. All right. Click here to join the panel. All right. You guys are probably cracking up. Where is, oh, there it is. I couldn't find paste, man. I started picturing Bruno's meme that he always sends me. Ray Charles can't see shit. It's true. I can't. I own it. So welcome to the aftermarket. So talk to me about your best trades. But before you do, don't forget the housekeeping rules. Don't forget to smash the like button. All right. Make sure you are sharing the video. Make sure you are subscribing to the channel and make sure you are smashing that like button. Speaking of which, how about Ange today? Give it up. Woo! Ange was on fire with the futures training this afternoon. A few other moderators went. What is there a Zoom that we can get in if we want to? I guess yeah, I forgot. But I was kind of busy. Bruno knows what I was doing. I was on there and I was supporting and I was listening, but I was also doing a little bit of editing work. I've got the creative skills running right now, so I've got to take advantage of them while I have them. So I'll be putting up some shorts on Coach's Chat. I like doing shorts. They're fun. They're pretty awesome. And shout out to Arlo, because Arlo is killing it. You know, so I'm going to be giving her a hand, helping her put some stuff out. She'll put out the long ones. I'll do the shorts, and we will have a ball, and we will get this channel killing it with the videos, man. Speaking of which, this is the best channel you can come to for stock market education, man. We have the most videos, more than anybody out there. And speaking of which, American Dream Trading is the only stock market education company, and shout out to Coach that does it with a live open mic. He is a 32-year stock market veteran named Chad W. Christian. You may have heard of him. And he founded American Dream Trading a couple years ago. And I'm going to tell you something. The community that he has managed to build in the past 2 years is like no other. We are a tight-knit group. We are a family. We help each other out. We have all learned from Coach, and we go over. And this is why we have the aftermarket. He has let us use his channel to kind of just decompress. When the market's done, he's like, yeah, let's do the aftermarket, man. Let's go over here in the aftermarket and let our hair down. Let's chill. Let's talk about our best trades, our worst trades, and just really let go. All right. And continue to focus on his strategies and learn. So with that being said, don't forget to click the links that are located in the description of this video. You'll see AmericanDreamTrading.com. You saw all the specials. You saw the memberships that Coach is doing. They're right there at the beginning of the video. You can get right now VIP Gold for free if you get the 6-month VIP membership. Also, they are running future specials, so you might want to check into those. And just go ahead and get signed up with American Dream Trading. Stop hesitating. Just this is where you need to be. Number 2 is the Restream link, which I just posted in there. And also the tip jar is located in the description of the video. I haven't put it in the live chat yet, but if you want to send a tip, just go out to the description and click the link over there. And it is much appreciated. It helps me keep the lights on, guys. So without further ado, I got some people wanting to get on the panel. Let me get them up here. Hey, Ange. We got Ange, and I think that's Palm Coast. What is going on, people?
Nothing much.
Phenomenal show today, Ange. Phenomenal. Is your mic working?
Yeah. Yes, no?
Ah, there you go.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yes, we can hear
See?
you. I am letting in, I think that is F2. Yes, it is. F2, welcome, brother.
Hello.
Hey, how are you?
Doing great. Another day at work, another awesome day in the pre-market. So
Tell us about the pre-market, F2.
Yeah, let's hear it.
40% on the account. Traded. What was it? I traded
Wow.
DVT, MBIO, ARBB, and NDRA, and XX for 40%. So a few $100s.
Let me ask you a question, F2. What's because you seem like now you've put your foot on the gas pedal a little bit. You were doing well, you were consistent. What has changed? Because now you are just crushing it with these high percentages. What's changed? Is it the confidence? Talk to us.
The confidence level and actually believing in what I know, like watching the volume like Nate's been teaching and using my EMAs
Cool.
to put a little bit more confidence in my staying in a little bit longer and reading the volume of when people are starting to get in the morning on each stock. So.
Dude, that is amazing, man. I'm telling you, you're doing phenomenal. And you are one of the best things about American Dream Trading, because there's a lot of new traders out there that have blown up their accounts that have not bounced back the way that you have. So good, hats off to you, man. Good job.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I do a lot of charting and stuff at night.
You got to. You got to. So, okay, so the topic of conversation is, what was your best trade ever? Talk to us. What do you think is your best trade?
My best trade ever was on October the 18th. I did TSLL puts. That's when I hit my 1K for the first time ever.
Nice.
And I also traded like ACAN and T9 that day too for a little bit to help get over 1,000. But following my charting on TSLL helped me get it was like $800 and some that I got on that trade alone. So,
dude, that's amazing. That's amazing. Ange, what about you? Look back in the archives, pull out the journal. What do you think was your best trade ever?
Yeah, so I don't remember what the date was, but it was the pre-market where Tina ran right away in the first 8 minutes of the day of pre-market.
You got in that?
That was the best trade that I ever had. That was an account changer. So it was a good day. It was a very, very exciting day. Yeah.
Sweet. Palm, what about you?
I'm just enjoying listening to these guys' trades. So I
just think, Paul, come on, give us one.
I just think it's so exciting, listening to these two talk about, the consistency and the confidence that they built over the course of time, and the trade size growing and growing. But I just can't say enough how awesome it is that they get their baseline and they get their green days, and they just keep getting them over and over, and then it gets more and more comfortable to grow them and start listening to first comma trades and stuff. I don't want to do anything to even take away from that picture. So I'm just really exciting to listen to both of them.
That's cool. That's awesome, man. Me, I remember mine was Netflix. I'll never forget that. I had a $164 contract, which I parlayed into $2,000. And I will never, ever, ever forget that day. Now, the crazy thing about it is it actually colored my trading. And it actually, even though it was the best trade I ever had, it was probably one of the worst experiences after the fact because it gave me a bias. And I thought that the market was easy, and I traded recklessly after that. So don't get it twisted. If you see huge success in the beginning, I hadn't gone through any bumps and bruises yet. So that was the best trade I ever had, but it was the best learning lesson that I ever had afterwards, because now I've learned to respect the market a lot more and put more credence not in just luck and throwing stuff at the wind and hope that it goes through or just happen to get in this trade. No, thoughtfully going into my trades. And I'm only trading one option right now, which is IWM. That's the only options I do. Other than that, I'm trading the smaller stocks in the pre-market. So I'm doing that to practice. As I've mentioned to you guys, I've had, I would probably say, at least 6 green days in a row. Okay. On the days that I've traded, some days I didn't trade, but every day I trade that I'm green. And I also, was green today on IWM puts. So I'm happy. I am really satisfied with where I'm going with this. And I just want to stay on this trend. And yeah, it's fun. It's fun again. It was fun in the beginning. Then it was like hell for a little while because I just couldn't seem to get myself together. And now that I'm back doing it properly, I never was doing it properly. Now that I'm actually doing it properly, and Ange, you have a lot to do with that. You, Palm, Nate, obviously, and of course, Coach Mark McSee. I learned from everybody in here. You, F2, your consistency, your discipline. You know what I mean? So, thank you guys.
I love that. I love watching your growth and F2's growth too. And Palm's.
Yeah.
I love watching everybody's growth, right? You learn so much from everybody and stuff. The best futures that I've done has been crude oil. And so futures is new for trading, right? For me.
Mm-hmm.
And so since I can talk on that now too, crude oil has been my best run so far. And for me, it started out, how many days can I be green?
Yeah.
How many days can my mechanics work like they're supposed to? How many days can I be green? How many days how many times can I get in with, a $50 win, or whatever you want to call it. And then so on and so forth, and so now like going into where the growth is with the futures, for me, it's that consistency of starting with that $500 account again. Mm-hmm. And using my mechanics and my skill set to grow that now too. So I'm still sticking with that $500 rule, and I'm doing very well. So
you didn't add anything to it. You just started with the 5 and are moving up from there.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, see, that lets me know you can do it. I mean, while it's recommended to have 1,000 to 16 to 200 to 2,000, if you can get in there with 500 and watch what you're doing and consistently add to it, you can start with 5. So that gives me hope for that. So I'm glad you said that.
Yeah, and I think it's important to point out, while it's not financial tax or any other advice, right? Like I still think like $600 is probably a good start. And I say that because you give yourself $100 leeway above that margin.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, not just 500.
That's just my personal opinion. Obviously, no financial advice there, but that way you give yourself an opportunity to experience it. And you can go in there and buy during the intraday. You can go in there and buy one contract for, I can't remember which one it is right off the top of my head. My brain is smush right now. Smushed. I can actually tell you. You can go in there and I know it's here somewhere. Anyway, it's like 56.92 or something like that. 58.52 or something for ES main during the day. and you can get one contract for that. And so you can go in there and experiment with it, right? You know your mechanics, trust your process. It is possible, and so that's the whole point that I started with, you know, and I don't have to touch. And this is the same instance for me now with the future side. I don't have to touch my futures account. It can grow on its own, you know, as I go and stuff like that. And so I still hold true to that. So that was the big thing coming into futures is I wanted to be able to do that same thing again because it gives the little accounts, the mini accounts, you know, quote, hope.
A fighting chance, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. That's amazing. Do we have anybody that's down there in the live chat talking about their best trade?
Yeah, by all means, post either a percentage or a dollar amount that was your best trade ever, or just the reason that you felt it was your best trade ever. Just go ahead and post those up in the chat down below, please.
The reason I wanted to do this was because I wanted you guys to dig into what made you feel good about trading. Remember a day when you felt really good about trading and you thought, wow, I could really do this, you know, and try to always tap into that because it is true. We're in the best place to learn by being a part of American Dream Trading. We have the best people that we're surrounded with. And if staying positive in anything in life, not just trading, is going to bring more positivity to you. So that's why I wanted to focus on that tonight. You know what I mean? Just focus on, you know, when you felt really good about a trade. Dig out your journals and, you know, tell us what was, in your opinion, your best trade. Eminem, I see you down there, girl. What's up? Steve Ken, you come to the chat a lot. Come up on the panel. Let's hang out, man. Bucko 504, you too. Come on up here. He said, good day, didn't make my goal. It happens. But only, what was that? But only one red trade today. Good job, man. And 4 green. Way to go. Way to go. And that's what Palm's saying. You know what I mean? Just trying to be consistently green. We know every trade's not going to be green. But the more green you put together, that helps your confidence. Jeffrey, welcome.
Yeah, I agree with that.
It
Excellent point.
you.
I feel so far out of the loop, right? So now that I've switched over to futures, like I have missed, I have missed some good training, right? And I have to remember that it's all repetition, you know, so it will come back around.
Yes.
So that's important to remember. But yeah, so while in futures, you know, I'm making that shift where my schedule looks a little bit different. I don't know if you've noticed, but like I'm not in pre-market as much anymore.
Yeah.
While I'm around, I'm trading, right? And I'm getting my work done that I need to do for me.
Yeah.
And then I'm switching gears to be ready and available for everybody else. So, you know, you have to learn,
awesome.
You got to have some good time management skills.
It helps. It helps.
Yes.
Well, you know, and you do. We know how disciplined you are. So we know that right now you're in the beginning stages of it, but you'll have it running like a well-oiled machine, if not, you know, not long from now. So.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Proud of you, man. Keep it up. DJ Vinny, what's going on? Mikey D Sweet Tea is down there. So we've got Mikey D's giving it up for you, F2. So is DJ Vinny. And Mikey D said, what is that? I'm in there every morning. Nice. He's in there every morning too, doing well. Good. Not pumping out numbers like you though. Hey, it's okay. Definitely don't compare yourself to anybody. You know what I mean? Because I'm sure F2 probably said that about himself as compared to other people before he started getting more consistent. So he stayed in his own head and stayed in his lane, and same with Ange. And, you know, a lot of you are doing that. So stay in your lane. Don't worry about what anybody else is doing. Don't compare yourself and keep getting up and you'll be fine. Alfred, what's going on? Welcome. Leonard Jones, thank you for coming and hanging out.
DJ Vinny said U.S. Airlines merger with American Airlines sometime back turned 26 cents into $44 overnight. I'd say that's a pretty damn good percentage.
Wow.
I'd say, damn.
That's
Wait
awesome.
a minute. Who merged with who?
That was DJ Vinny post up U.S. Airlines merger with American Airlines. So that's quite a while back,
God.
right? 26 cents. I'm sure he bought a lotto into $44 overnight.
Wow. So, shout out to DJ Vinny with the IWM tracking and charting and call outs. Thank you, man. You've helped a lot of us get a couple dollars over the past few days. So we appreciate you.
Eminem, Google on July 6th. Best trade. Congratulations, Eminem.
All right, what's up, Maria?
Eminem, disabled veteran. Yo, what's up, brother? So just quick question for Ange. So now that you're getting into futures, full tilt boogie, what would you say are three pitfalls to avoid, and then three things that you would think that need extra attention in futures versus stocks or options?
Sure. So things to avoid. There's a lag on the restream. Are you guys hearing me okay?
Yes.
Okay, great. Things to avoid: over trading. Because you have futures is a margin account, and while it's small, you can get yourself into a situation where you may find yourself over trading. So you got to be careful. Set some boundaries for yourself. 2, revenge trading. So when you get into futures, you'll find that certain futures contracts are more volatile than others. And so if you get into those and you don't have the right stops in place that can support those movements, you'll get stomped out, which can result in you going in and revenge trading, trying to make back what you've potentially lost if you don't have a good stop in place. What would be another one? Not knowing your mechanics, I think, is important to point out. What was the other part of that you said, Palm Coast?
I'm basically looking for pitfalls and focus points on, some pitfalls to focus on not doing this, and then on the more positive side, sure. What are some things that you focus on differently than stocks that would help futures trading?
Sure. So one of the most beautiful pieces about being a part of futures is you can take everything that you've learned in the stock side of trading, that like doing the waiting in the weeds. You can scout candles. You can do the 2-minute EWO. So everything that we've been trained on that side, you can do on the future side. Another positive is the fact that it is a margin account. Where when you get in and out, you can take whatever your gains are too. So if you start with a 500, say you started with 500, and you got in and out of a future and you made $15, you now have $515 in there instantly versus waiting for it to settle overnight. So you don't have that. That's another great thing. And then the third great thing that I feel like futures gives us is it gives those, and I'll push this more toward people that work, 8 to 5s. For those who work daytime, you now have the option to go and trade in the evening as well. So not just in the pre-market, but you can also trade at night. And so while there's some challenges that go along with that too, you now have at least the option, whereas you didn't before with stocks. So those would be my takeaways for both sides.
That's awesome.
Then do you notice periods of more volatility and some of the midday lags and stuff like with the normal stock trading? Is it pretty similar as far as like volume coming and going and volatility different parts of the day, or not really?
Yeah. So I've noticed, like, I like to trade futures right at the beginning of the intraday market for us. So when our US markets open, you can follow a lot of great movement opportunities right along with Coach. If you're listening and you kind of have a general understanding about how the Dow and the NASDAQ and those work. And then if you're specific to, say, agriculture, crypto is one that's in there, along with like oil. If you are privy to news and understanding how news works, those will directly affect those a little bit more than they would, say, like the NASDAQ or whatever. So just kind of knowing the different avenues, and those are things you learn. If you didn't know them already, you would learn them as you go. But for using today as an example, at 10:30 Eastern time today, oil news came out, and so if you hadn't taken part in watching a chart do its thing when news like that happens, you could have gone into MCL Maine, and you could have watched what happened when that news came out, which crude oil dropped significantly. So you would have seen that, and that would have been a great opportunity to short, because you can also short the futures with that small account. So there's all kinds of opportunities, but that's the biggest one. And then like right at night when the market opens, because there's the I call it the dead hour, but what's not really what it's called. It's just the hour that the market's shut down each day. When you log back, when it opens back up again at 6, when it opens back up, then there's that volatility just as there is when like the regular market opens. And then like midnight, I've noticed there's a significant, it's 8 o'clock my time, so 9 p.m. midnight, I've noticed a trend. 2 a.m., 3, and then 3 through 6 is a good time frame. And then again when the U.S. market's open.
Very cool. Yeah, in the main room with us, funny that we were having a similar discussion too about really studying the downside and how it occurs, especially when there's more than 3 breaks to the downside and stuff. And that's just as important as studying the upside of anything, and what happens when you get past 3 breaks, and how sellers just start to give out, or sorry, buyers just start to give out and stuff when they stop propping things up. But there was a couple questions in the main room today, and we could probably post in the Discord in the stock lounge. Some people were asking about the different feeds that it was available on. I know it's already been discussed. I know it was announced earlier today, but did you get out on YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter, or was it just on one?
Yeah, so we were out with the Zoom today, and then YouTube. The YouTube video is already out there. It's under Futures Education, and you'll see my thumbnail on it. Thank you to the team for posting that. I was chatting with Bruno about it. So that's already out there, and then it was on Twitch, LinkedIn. It was not streamed on TikTok and stuff. So that's to come in the future. So, but yeah, it was out there for everyone to listen. Yeah.
That's awesome. I know you're excited. I'm excited for you. That's fantastic.
Was it on all 3 social medias, or was it just on YouTube?
So YouTube, Twitch, I think TikTok? That's it. Not TikTok.
Okay. So for when people want to tune in for your next, they can catch it on YouTube and Twitch.
Yep. So tomorrow at my brain is smushed. From 2 to 4 p.m. it'll be on YouTube Live, and then it'll be Zoom Live for all the members, and then it'll be on Twitch and LinkedIn as well.
Awesome.
Cool. Yeah. That is amazing.
Thanks for that update.
Yeah, no problem.
Sweet. So anybody got any trades they want to talk about down there that they remember they did well on, they want to share with the group?
So yes, DJ Vinny, yeah, you can catch her on the social media streams. And there's no charge on the social media streams, obviously.
No, not at all.
Nope.
That's going to be good for the TikTok too, when you finally get up on the TikTok.
I honestly think TikTok is bigger than both of those combined.
It is for sure.
By far.
Blow up over there.
Statistically, yeah, I would, yes. Yeah.
Yeah, it'll blow up over there.
And I actually, you know what? And that begs the question, are you able to simulcast what we're doing now on TikTok?
I mean, that would be cool if we could do that, because it would probably help the show grow. I'm sure that not just people in ADT would like a place to decompress after the market, but other people. And it'll probably help Coach get some more members too.
So I found Coach on TikTok, and then wound up moving over to watching his stream on YouTube.
Me
And
too.
it was just I think I tend to scan more content on TikTok, but then
Yeah.
I actually watch more content on YouTube. So I think the discovery aspect of it would be kind of a cool thing. Maybe we would just run that by him.
Yeah. That sounds good. That sounds good. That would be fun because it would just kind of flow one right into the other. You know what I mean? And they would just get ADT, ADT, ADT. You know what I mean? And I think it would pull in a lot more people who probably have questions about it. They can see us interacting with each other and realize that, oh, he's not just some guy blowing smoke up. That we're not a cult. That we're actually a family and we help each other. You know, so that'd be cool. And that we actually know how to trade, right, Ange?
Exactly.
Not just
Exactly.
stock and options, but futures and
Yeah.
soon crypto. I think it'll be really cool, you know. So yeah, man. Um, you know something? It's cool too because um, you know, just listening to you, Palm. I honestly think, Palm, that Coach could, you know, do well with having you even do a live because the way that you just like throughout the day, you know, and I know you can't commit to something like that, or I don't know, maybe you can, but throughout the day, like early, you know, when he leaves and then you kind of come in there and just kind of do your thing, what that could be live. Dude, people would get so much out of that. But
I think he wants to limit the amount of free content.
I just, as it was coming out of my mouth, I was thinking that. I
Yeah,
was thinking that. I'm like, because what you share, yeah, I think they need to be paying. They need to be
I would
I
paying to be a
appreciate
part of
that.
that.
I would
Yeah,
second that. You know,
yeah,
and that anybody that's out there listening right now that's not a part of ADT, truly though, you want to come in and really hone in on learning what somebody has to say. Come in and listen to Palm Coast. You know, and there's plenty of others out there, right? But if you really want to get a deep dive into how things work and have a deep understanding and then throw in the mindset aspect into it too,
right.
I mean, Palm Coast got it.
Yep. All aspects of it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So, and we get a nice taste of it here on the aftermarket, but I'm telling you, throughout the middle of the day, when it's not free content out there and we're in the paid Zoom call, I mean, we are really getting nuggets all day long. We're able to watch him trade, you know, and again, it's not financial or tax advice, but you know, strictly educational. We are able to watch what he's doing and how he's thinking in a trade and not to mimic it, but to just learn from it. So it's phenomenal.
You guys are making me blush.
That's true. It's true. You're really amazing. And you know, and you don't mind sharing the light and spreading the light. And that's what's I think probably the best thing about you. You always you can turn a negative situation into a positive really quick. I've seen you do that on several occasions. So yeah,
It's
pretty awesome stuff.
it's such a privilege to be in that room. It really is. It's such a privilege to share and have the conversations. 'Cause I grow every day.
Dude, it's a privilege to be in there with you.
Listening and talking and seeing things from everybody else's perspective and stuff is just it's just such a gift to be in there for me. So I really appreciate it, and it's my privilege. Thank you.
Definitely.
I appreciate how successful you've been, and you make someone like me feel like $1 million, like that I can be considered at your all's level, and that's saying a lot about your leadership and your demeanor, and you need to be recognized for that.
You're very kind. You are. You are at everybody else's level, F2.
Yes.
Everybody is a person. Everybody is everybody has qualities in their life and things that are endearing. And we just have so many good quality people in the room. Nobody's more than or less than. You are every bit on the same plane as everybody else. I mean, no, you're a great guy. You know, you're humble. You're persistent. You're knowledgeable. You're a fighter. You just keep at it. And when you feed things back, there's other there's definitely other people listening. There's other people looking to do the things that you're doing, whether you realize it or not. I don't know I don't know how you feel or see yourself, but you're a leader. You're absolutely a
Thank you.
leader. People are listening to things that you're doing and how you're doing them, and they can hear in your voice, the growing confidence, and they draw from that confidence. So when you share, you're leading. So I'm grateful to have you here.
Thank you.
I'm looking at Disabled Veterans comment. We are doing this for people just like you. Wow, that was cool. Disabled Veteran was making a comment about when he first saw Coach on Twitch. He was pissed because Coach was, had so much technical knowledge and he didn't understand any of that. And I'm guessing where he's going with that is he now has an understanding. And I've experienced that same thing as well. It's like you'll listen to a lot of the videos or you'll hear terminology that you're not familiar with. And I remember not knowing what a wick was. They were talking about candles, like candles.
What, the wick?
Yeah. And not
Yeah.
knowing. And I remember the EW. I'll never forget when I realized that the EWO bars were the section where the indicator on the bottom. I'm thinking he was talking about, after understanding the candles, I'm thinking about he's talking about the second candle, you get in. And I'm like, I felt so crazy, but you learn. Look, this stuff comes in understanding. You're getting spoon fed, and it almost is like you understand it in the same time span. It's like you start to understand the more you hear something, so yeah, give yourself time. You'll be an expert pretty soon. You'll be able to quote stuff and tell people things, and you'll look up and say, well, wait a minute, I sound just like Coach. I know this stuff. You'll realize you do. Repetition is the mother of, what is
Learning.
it? Learning. Yeah. Retention. Yep. So over and over.
Yeah, you don't realize how much you know until you get put in a position to start training people.
Isn't that the truth?
Yes.
Isn't that the truth, Ange? I know Eminem posted that too.
Oh,
yeah.
it's eye-opening.
And then you kind of catch yourself at times too. It's like, did that just come out of my mouth?
I know. And F2,
like
when we first went over those indicators, I had no idea that you were taking it in that deeply, and that, and I'm not taking any credit for your success. You did the work. But the fact that you got that much understanding from it just really feels good. It's like, okay, I guess I know what I'm talking about then, because, Arlo has said that to me. She's like, your shit. And I'm like, damn, Arlo, thanks. When someone else says it, it just kind of, it hits you. You know what I mean? Like, damn, okay, I guess I do know what I'm talking about, And it's so funny because sometimes when you're not, one of the ones that's implementing it, because we've seen Coach will say it, he'll be like, there are people that I've trained that do it better than I do. Well, that's because you're an excellent trainer. You're an excellent trainer, but you're also probably even more so a better trainer. He has a way of getting it out to people that make the average Joe understand how to do something that is so exponentially difficult, right? He has a way of dumbing it down. That's the only other way to put it, to where, a caveman could do it, right? I mean, we joke about the commercials, but seriously, so, shout out to Coach, and his teaching style and keeping it simple, stupid. You know what I mean?
And he's so expressive and energetic, and he's so entertaining
and
to watch.
Funny as hell.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely.
And funny as hell.
Yeah,
So.
that guy is just my morning cup of coffee. I mean, he gets the room rolling.
I think my favorite thing, dude, is when he gets the he gets these sound effects going, and he's like, when he starts talking like the guy like this, I'm like, I lose it. I lose it. So
yeah, very, very, very entertaining trainer for sure.
He's a edutainer.
Edutainer, I like that.
He's an edutainer. Well, this has been an awesome show. Anybody have anything else that they want to add, or because I don't want to keep you guys if we're just talking in circles at this point, because I think the points were made. And Ange, once again, shout out to you on the maiden voyage today, and I can't wait to watch it again tomorrow. You just really look like you've been doing it for years. So keep up the good work. It's awesome.
Yeah.
What do I do? Just get in the Zoom link on the back end to be able to interact with you guys?
You cut out. Sorry, what?
No, I was saying, what do I just get on the Zoom link like we usually do to be able to interact with you guys on there?
For the futures?
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah. And then
Okay.
for anybody who's not a part of American Dream Trading's futures community, you can also reach out to us via the chats within like YouTube. Twitch also has a chat feature where they can also ask questions as well. So members have the Zoom access, and then everyone else has it via message on the social media platforms that they're on.
Cool.
Yep.
Well, thank you for coming on here and sharing. And please come, tomorrow. Let us know how it goes, and we'll be watching. And everyone have a fantastic night. I'm going to end this like I usually do with Coach's Rules. And hopefully everybody was green today, and we'll continue to be green.
There was one person that asked a question. David.
Oh,
Lampley
great.
David Lampley asked, "Hello, has anyone ever made over $1 million?" And that was the answer to that is yes. And he is now retired from the group because he has done so well in life. But the guy is multi-millionaire, and he was one of the earlier students in the program.
Not the guy either. He's made like what? How many, Palm? 10? He's created about 10 millionaires.
Yeah. And there's one person. I don't know if he's made a million in a single day. I haven't followed all of it, but there's one for sure. And I think that there's possibly one other who doesn't speak up as quite as often. Possibly two. I think there's two more that have. So yes, there are people that have actually done that in the program.
Yeah.
No doubt.
And they're incredible stories too. They are incredible stories. Ugh, the stories.
And Ange is on her way, and she's retired. He's retired over 100 people, and she is one of them. I think you're the latest person to retire from your 9 to 5 because of what you're doing in here. So
yeah, on the moderator side, I know there's been one since that's not a moderator and stuff too.
Yeah, there's one trader.
Lots.
Yeah, there's one trader who has made recently $250,000 in a single day, and $280,000 the previous day. So, but pretty much $500,000 in 2 days. And then I think Jimmy probably holds the record for trading days in excess of $1 million.
Crazy.
What a crazy thing to have happen. Like that is the coolest thing on the planet.
Guys, if you're just checking in and watching the YouTube tonight, and you haven't joined, and maybe you watch some of the free live streaming in the morning, it is one of the most exciting places in the world to be. It absolutely is incredible. Learning about how to manage finances and learning about finances and stuff.
Absolutely.
It is more important than ever to be learning about financial future, because the days of throwing your money into an IRA at 6% just isn't enough to rely on anymore. And it's just there's just so many people in the room that have just absolutely clobbered, just so much more than they could have ever dreamed as far as managing their own personal finance once they figure it out. So it's not everybody will be successful. Results not guaranteed, but my God, the number of people that have been able to establish success baselines and make 6, 10, 15% in a month, much less a year on their entire account. So yeah, it's there. And if you want to take a peek and see if you have what it takes, come join us. It's not that big of an expense. It's a hell of a lot less than even one college course.
He's got monthlies that are tied to almost everything that he does. So if you can't do it in one foul swoop to save the money, then at least do the monthly. At least get a piece. Hell, we've got a 7-day trial, right?
Come in for 3 months and see what it's about. More often than not, people are pretty excited, and then they come in and they just keep making money and staying. So anyway, I didn't want to hold you up, but I had to answer.
No. And shout out to my beautiful wife, Vegan Knowledge, JJ saying, and then one of the next millionaires is the one that's hosting the show. Thank you for always believing in me, babe. And yes, I will be passing the knowledge on to you. We will be retiring you from your job. David says that's one of his goals. That's also one of my goals, to retire my wife so that she can focus on helping people get healthy. And thank you, Ange, for supporting her as well. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. I appreciate her too.
Yeah, she's always talking about Ange is one of my subscribers. She's like is always talking about it. So she's excited to have you, being a part of that. So, and Ange is killing it with the health. So
yeah,
that's awesome.
One day at a time.
Yes. Feel good, right? So everybody have a wonderful night, and I appreciate you all being here, both down in the chat and you guys up here on the panel and spending this time. Go enjoy your families, and let's end this with a testimonial, then we'll go into Coach's Rules. Everybody have a good night.
Bye, everybody. See y'all tomorrow.
Peace and blessings.
I think about when someone asks me what makes a good coach, I think about Chad Christian. He's helped out so many people, fundraisers, support, advice. He's someone that I'm going to thank for a long time. Thanks, Coach.
Some of the rules that we have to and live and die by in here is do not lose more than 1 to 3% of your total account value in any given day. Make sure you have stop losses on each and every trade, regardless of shares and or options. Make sure you guys are practicing small base hits. Don't go for home runs. Allow the runners to run and stop out the losers. If you're a new trader, make sure you are paper trading using a simulated trading system such as Webull or some of the other ones that are out there. Also, if you're a newer trader, please don't trade in the first 30 minutes or the last hour of the day. Those are the most dangerous times. If you're an expert trader, please make sure you also are being careful the first 3 minutes and the last 8 to 9 minutes of the day. Those are the absolute most volatile times in the entire market.